Peña, La Opinión.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I've got a hot spot for you here in the U.S. House Majority Leader Eric Cantor said or claimed that you haven't learned how to work with them, and he's angry that you're attacking the GOP on the lack of movement on immigration reform. So I was wondering how you respond to that. And the second part to that, right now you have hunger strikers across the street demanding relief for undocumented immigrants. And I was wondering if you can dispel the rumors or if there's a leak from the White House that you will make some sort of announcement in the coming weeks to expand that relief for the undocumented. Thank you.
Well, I actually had a very pleasant conversation with Mr. Cantor yesterday. I did. You're always kind of surprised by the mismatch between press releases and the conversation. I wished him happy Passover, and what I said to him privately is something that I would share with him, that I've said publicly, which is there is bipartisan support for comprehensive immigration reform. It would strengthen our economy. It would help with our security, and it would provide relief to families who, many of whom have lived here for years and who have children and family members who are U.S. citizens, and that Congress should act, and that right now what's holding us back is House Republican leadership not willing to go ahead and let the process move forward. So it was a pretty friendly conversation. I think in his press release, I gather he was referring to the observation that we had made a day earlier, that it had now been a year since the Senate had passed a strong bipartisan bill, and that although we had heard a lot of talk about the House Republicans being interested in doing something, nothing had happened yet. And suggesting that we need some urgency here. I still feel the same way. I know there are Republicans in the House, as there are Republicans in the Senate, who know this is the right thing to do. I also know it's hard politics for Republicans because there's some in their base that are very opposed to this. But what I also know is that there are families all across the country who are experiencing great hardship and pain because this is not getting resolved. I also know that there are businesses around the country that could be growing even faster, that our deficits could be coming down faster, that we would have more customers in our shops if we get this thing resolved. We know what the right thing to do is. It's a matter of political will. It's not any longer a matter of policy. And I'm going to continue to encourage them to get this done. As far as our actions, Jay Johnson, our new head of Department of Homeland Security, has been talking to everybody, law enforcement, immigrant rights groups, to do a thoroughgoing review of our approach towards enforcement. And we're doing that conversation with Democrats and Republicans and with any interested party. I do think that the system we have right now is broken. I'm not alone in that opinion. The only way to truly fix it is through congressional action. We have already tried to take as many administrative steps as we could. We're going to review it one more time to see if there's more that we can do to make it more consistent with common sense and more consistent with, I think, the attitudes of the American people, which is we shouldn't be in the business necessarily of tearing families apart who otherwise are law-abiding. And so let me, I won't get into timing right now because Mr. Johnson is going to go ahead and do that review.